Stare. I'm not going, and I'm never gonna go. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on to my subscribers? As I talk to you about my crypto journey and what I'm seeing in the market today. But first, like and subscribe, turn on the push notifications, and you will see more of these videos. And I live stream every single day. You want to know when that's going on, okay? Yeah, I just want to talk about, a couple of things that I'm seeing in the market right now that are super, super bullish. As my view is a macro view of the market, a social view of the market. And I really don't like toiling in the micro things like the daily charts and things like that. I kind of like to look at things in a wider lens. And, what I'm seeing right now, I am so excited about. Look at the overall market cap of the market. Just past $4 trillion, which I believe is a high, all-time high for this crypto market overall. And we're moving towards that target of mine of between a 10 and 12 trillion dollar market top for this bull run cycle. And I really I'm really loving what I'm seeing there. Also, fear and greed around, I think it's at 62, pretty much neutral. Altcoin season index, pretty much, neutral, kind of down. And that's good, because that's telling me that, Bitcoin is about to make another high and keep pushing upward. And it's going to be pulling a lot of the altcoins and Ethereum along with it. They're really, at this stage of the market, the altcoins and Ethereum are really going to really cleave and stay close to Bitcoin and moving up until Bitcoin makes that long-awaited dominance drop of where Ethereum's going to keep going and it's going to pull altcoins into a massive altcoin season. And so I feel like we're sitting pretty right now. Again, most of the market is not here right now, in terms of the casual investor, the retail investor. You're still very, very early, and I feel like I'm still very, very early. We still have some time to accumulate on altcoins and things like that. A lot of the major altcoins like Avalanche, Sui, and Chainlink, all the big dogs, Solana, I believe, are well off of their highs right now. At least 10x off of what they can do in this cycle. And I just feel that this is an amazing time to accumulate for myself, and I feel for the people watching this channel, especially when it comes to like meme coins that you can hold through the cycle top. Because in my humble opinion, guys, I think we're going to see a meme super cycle after this bull run. After everybody realizes that we're heading into a bear market, they're going to rotate real hard out of Ethereum and the altcoins that have pumped in the altcoin season, and they're going to rotate super hard into meme coins. Is my wholehearted belief. So I'm accumulating some meme coins right now that I plan on holding through to 2026. What are those? Well, I'm going to be talking about those in a lot of videos this week. So I subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be talking about those coins in depth all this week, and in the actually maybe even next week as well. Just 5 or 6 minute videos about some coins that I'm holding I'm really excited about. And guys, what to expect? I feel like, what to expect from here is that, I think we're going to have an up and down, August. I think we're going to be seeing some pumps. We're going to be seeing some dumps, and I think there's going to be kind of a leveling off going into September. And I think September, which historically is also a very wonky time for markets. I think we're gonna have a really good performance in that month, and I think that we're gonna see the rate cuts are gonna happen. I think Jerome Powell is going to cut rates, which is going to be very, very bullish for this market. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of folks coming back. I'm seeing a lot of folks coming back. Every single day I live stream or I do videos, and in the comments, there's folks I haven't seen since April. I haven't seen, since I started this channel. Folks are starting to come back, and they're starting to realize that this market is not only sustaining, but threatening to go super, super parabolic. And if this is your first bull run, or, maybe you haven't been paying attention every day, you need more confirmation than the person that, like me, has been, sitting here every day, watching the markets 18 hours a day. And that's a signal that these signs are becoming obvious for retail. And so, that's really, really good for folks like us that have been accumulating, that have positions. I'm not going to get shaken out of anything. I mean, you can't shake me out of any position I'm in right now. The market, even if Bitcoin dumped to 100K or 95K or something, which would be, I think, the EMA, 50-week EMA, it would tap that. I still wouldn't leave. I am thick in this, and I feel that every day there's more and more confirmations for me. Also Trump. I mean, look at Trump. $500 million in Bitcoin. He just bought even more than $500 million in ETH. Avalanche, Lido, the Tron. The guy is thick in this market, and so is his crony buddies, man. I mean, as you guys probably know, I'm not into the government. I don't subscribe to the left-right paradigm. Well, Democrats and Republicans, I think it's all trash. And I think there's an elite class that controls our government, and that we don't know or see. And, these guys want this market to go crazy, and they really, really, really want to dump on retail. And I think they're going to let this market run, about 3x from here, overall. And they're going to let this run, and then they're going to dump on retail. And so my whole plan since the very beginning, if you've been watching this channel since January, my plan hasn't changed, is to study what the elites are doing, and trade along with them and invest along with them. So when they were accumulating, and from January to May and even into June, I was accumulating as well. When everyone was flooding the market, except for them. Actually, they were flooding the market to try and keep you out of it so they can accumulate. But when they were doing that, I didn't listen, and I was buying. And the folks that have been following me on this channel know that this is what I believe, and so far we've been right. So far we've been honestly, a lot of subscribers will tell you, especially in my inner circle and in the Rocket Room Telegram group, you can join anytime, the link's in the description. They'll tell you that we've been sitting very, very pretty. We've had a lot more wins than we've had losses. And why is that? Well, it's because we know where we are in this market. We understand that there is no announcement when the bull run is over. It just we just end up being in a bear market one day, and no one. And you just look back and be like, hey, we've been in the bear market for like 3 or 4 months, And so no one's gonna tap you on the shoulder and tell you this thing's over. So you need to have your convictions and have your indicators to say, okay, we're done. This market's done. And what's for me is when, these apps, Coinbase and Crypto.com apps, Robinhood apps start to come into the top 20, the top 10 of most used apps, most downloaded apps. When that happens, I should be fully scaled out. I mean, I should be scaling out as they move into the top 20, top 10. In terms of the big coins that I'm holding. Aerodrome, Cetus, ETH, Avalanche, things like that. Now meme coins are going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be, cashing out of those as I please. But I will be holding on to a certain percentage of a lot of them, because I think a lot of these are really going to explode after the quote bull run is over with. And I think that'll be in the spring of next year. And, you remember 2023, 2024, man, meme coins had a big run. It's because people refused to just sit around the bear market. They wanted to degen in and out of stuff. And I think this time it's not going to be any different. And I'm going to be ready this time. I'm going to be ready, and I'm going to be buying things that no one thinks is going to continuously run. And we're going to be talking about that a lot in my inner circle, in my rocking room. We're going to be talking about a lot of that on of course, on this channel. And I'm going to be doing a lot of price prediction videos this week on just coins that I really like. And meme coins, altcoins, AI coins, RWA coins. I'm even going to talk about, top 10 type coins, because we got to look at those coins, because those have direct, those affect, the coins that the derivative coins, for instance, like BitTensor, directly affects Talbot, and SUI directly affects, Cetus, and Base directs, Coinbase and Base, directly affects Aerodrome, and, it just keeps going, so we need to make sure we know what those coins are going to do. And so it requires a lot of studying, a lot of work, but you want to have fun. Again, in the rocket room, we're having a lot of fun. And, yeah, guys, I mean, I just wanted to share that with you today. Just having a moment of reflection, and a moment of foresight, looking ahead, what we can expect, and then what we can expect in the next 90 to 120 days is absolute pandemonium. And we need, I mean, I'm going to be having fun. We're going to try not to jump around so much and be so excited, because we need to focus on scaling out of this. We can't be excited with people that just bought when we're in multiples and multiples of gains. We have to, have a sobering moment and say, listen, I've been here, and it's time to scale out and not chase along with these people that just got here, because the social sentiment will be, this is going, Bitcoin's going to 1 million, Ethereum's going to 50,000, like all these crazy price predictions, because a lot of these people didn't do the work that you did. They weren't here when you were. And so they're just getting here. And so they're trying to reset the market predictions and outlook to fit what they want to get out of the market. And it's just not going to happen for them. They're going to be exit liquidity for this market. And so you just have to just come to terms with that if you're here early and you're invested and you're following a lot of the coins that I'm buying, just know that you're going to have to be responsible enough and account and sober-minded enough to scale out pretty much on these folks. I'm sorry to say. I mean, as they're getting in and as they're trying to find a 2x, you should already be in a 20x, and so on and so forth, and you should be scaling out. So this is going to be a very interesting 90, 120 days, 150 days. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy, guys. If you've never been in a bull run, parabolic stages, man, it's crazy. It's like everybody's on drugs. It's just insane. And so, like euphoric drugs too, not like, you know, Fent, but like more like, I don't know, acid or something, something euphoric. I don't know, where everyone's gonna feel like they're geniuses, and they're just gonna be, it's just gonna be one big party. And you know what? 99% of these people aren't gonna make the money that they say they're gonna make, but we will, and you know, so I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited for this next couple of months. I really, really am. And I'm ready. I'm ready mentally. I am ready mentally to see what I'm about to see. And what I'm about to see is absolute pandemonium. And you're about to see that as well. And so it's going to get ridiculous. It's going to get crazy. And, you know, I hope you guys are ready for it. And if you're not ready for it, get in an inner circle, get in the rocket room, get with us, because I'm in there every day, all day long, talking to the guys and the gals that are in there, that are invested, that are investors in this market. And, you know, you need a group of people to you know, watch your back. I mean, and bounce ideas off of. That's the place. So, yeah, man. So that's about it. Of course, I'll be going live today. I probably have maybe another video coming out before then. I'll be going live 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. And so, yeah, man, I'm going to go do some Tai Chi. And really, I am. I'm going to do some Tai Chi over by the ocean. I'm in Baja right now, by the way. Incredible stuff. Be in South America in just a short while. And yeah, I mean, it's just amazing, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. And stayers out.